Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing today? Today, we are going to discuss the three things that you must have as a booth renter salon. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Uh, a little bit was going on before we jump into content. I know you see that title down there. We're going to talk about the three things that you must have as a booth rental salon. This is extremely important if you are a salon owner. So I want to be sure to give you all of this information in detail. But before we jump into that, I do need you to go ahead on and to share this out. Sharing is caring, so give me 2 seconds while I share this out also. But I need you to do the same thing as well, just really quickly. Hit the share button, and also too, as far as sharing, if I say anything that resonates with you, that you like, yes, I agree, I can completely relate to that, I definitely understand, please be sure to give me some hearts, give me some thumbs up, and let me know that this information is actually useful for you. So go ahead on and hit the share button. I am sharing this out myself. Takes 2 seconds. And share it out, and it's done. So if you've already shared it out, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You can just go ahead on and comment, share it, and let me know. I thank you so much. And today we're going to discuss the three things that you must have as a booth rental salon. Now, um, these things are really important because as salon owners, whether you're commission or booth rental, right? There are certain things that you must have in place or at least understand when operating as a booth rental salon. And I want to make sure that it's clear across the board on some of the things that you really need in order to operate a successful business. So, not just to, put something out there, throw something together, but to actually operate in accordance so that the people that you're bringing in, the team that you're actually building, um, is exactly what you want to do. So, before we jump into that, though, just a little bit about what I have going on and who am I. So, for those of you who don't know me, I am Alicia Monique. I am your salon coach, product development consultant, partnering with salons and stylists to help you establish a solid foundation and create that structure that you need in order to build your team, build your clientele, increase your retail sales, and possibly develop that hair product line, all while becoming a scalable and profitable beauty business. So, I do this in different ways. I do this through my membership program, which is a membership platform that I have. It's a whole digital library of courses and classes, but along with that training, which is at your own pace that you learn, you have private coaching along with that. So we meet weekly on Mondays for our group coaching call, but you also get access to your initial 90-minute strategy session where we lay down your goal plan. We pull everything out. We get clear on where you're trying to grow, not go, where you're trying to grow to. I don't like go to because we're all going somewhere, but it's a matter of where you're trying to grow. We get clarity on that. We establish your three goals. And then from there, you get access to 45-minute strategy sessions later so that we can continue to re strategize and reformulate the growth plan that you need in order to get to where you're trying to go. So that's my membership program. That is a Salon Business Blueprint Club. And you can see all of this information on my website at aliciamonique.com. But before we jump into that, I want to tell you about the immersive experience that is happening January 23rd to 27th in Cape Coral, Florida of 2021. This is going to get you, the salon owner, the aspiring salon owner, and stylist, ready for the year. So many of us are probably like, you know what? I had a horrible 2020 dealing with the pandemic, things that was going on, stuff just really didn't go right. It was, I don't know. Well, I must say that even though through this pandemic, my clients have still been succeeding, we have been creating pivotal moments in their business so that they can still see it increase. They have not been traumatically affected by the pandemic at all. We're shifting and doing things differently so that they can still grow and still get to wherever it is that they want to do. So, the immersive experience is a 3-day retreat. It's not a seminar, it's not a workshop, it's not a summit, it's not an expo, it's not your typical come and learn experience. It's more come, retreat, relax, learn, implement, walk away with the tools already completed. So we're not just going to give you information. Me and my guest trainers are not just going to give you the information you need, but we're also going to make sure that you get it done there so that when you leave, it's already done. It's all you have to do is maintain it. That's the whole gist of it. Is not just to say, oh, write down or have a whole notebook of information so that you leave, you're overwhelmed with so much information that you don't know where to start. Well, when you leave, you're already going to have started. So there will be no figuring it out later when you get home, or when you get home, things happen from a retreat. None of that. None of that is going to happen here. So be sure right now to go to the AliciaMoniqueExperience.com. It is an application process because it's only for 10 salon owners. 10 salon owners, that is it. 10 salon owners is the max. You will have access to guest trainers the entire weekend. You're going to have access to a financial consultant the entire weekend that's going to help you with credit, business credit, establishing your business structure, whether you should be a LLC, a S corp, all these great things. Partnership, if you have questions about partnership, all of that, she will be there to answer all of that and actually start the implementation process. So not just give you the tools, but bring your laptop so we can get started on the process. So you're not going to be equipped with the information, you're going to have the process started. But not just that, financial counseling, we're having a life coach there. Another one of our guest trainers is a life coach who is actually going to coach you through your mind shift, help you get on the right mind wavelength patterns, help you reevaluate how you operate. Now, this is huge because all of our guest trainers, I've actually worked with them. So I know how they operate. I know how they're going to highly impact your weekend, 100%. So we have a life coach, and then we also have a yoga practitioner. Now, we stand all day long. Parts of our body will conk out, and you do not know why. Parts of your body will hurt, and you know why. But what you need to be armed with is the resources in order to fix this. So with our yoga practitioner, she's going to show you practical exercises that you can do to get rid of some of the stress that we have built up in certain areas of our body from standing all day or from sitting all day, whatever it is that you do. She's going to be able to help with that. So all of that is going to take place the entire weekend. So it's a weekend retreat. It's a mind, body, and business experience. And you need to apply right now by going to the AliciaMoniqueExperience.com. I'm telling you, this is why it's not called a summit. It's not called an expo. It's not a workshop. It's not a seminar. It's an experience that you do not want to miss. So head on over right now. Fill out the application process takes 3 minutes. Like that's it. I timed it. Because it's multiple choice. You just really got to go through, read, choose the best answer that fits your situation, and submit your application, and you're done. Either myself or someone from my team will reach out to you once we make our choices. We're going to begin making our choices November the 30th. So that way, we can get the process rolling, because there's going to be a lot going. Like, I've had some things planned for this weekend that I'm like, I can't wait to do that myself. Like, that's going to be so awesome. And here's a tip: some of the things that are planned really doesn't have anything to do with the beauty industry, business, or any of that. It's a retreat, like I said. But yes, we're going to focus on those things. But we're going to focus on creating an experience so that when you go back into the salon, you're equipped with the tools, you're refreshed, and you're ready to take on 2021 head on. So head on over right now to the Alicia Monique Experience and submit your application today. So let's jump into content. I hope you already shared this out. Take one quick moment and hit the share button and go ahead on and share this out. I truly appreciate it. And on that note, let's jump into the 3 things that you must have as a booth rental salon. So let me take a sip of my tea while you go ahead on and hit the share button and share this out so that we can jump into content. Okay, so as a booth rental salon, right? It's important for you to have these 3 things that I'm going to mention. And a lot of times, um, as owners of a booth rental salon, we do things. Well, not even a lot of times. Let me back up a little bit. As salon owners, we do things that we were shown from working in other salons. We operate in a manner based on how we were treated as a stylist. However, many years you were a stylist before you were owner, or where you was a stylist and then a suite owner, then a salon owner, or however you got to the salon owner standpoint. We operate how we see other owners operate. And we base that off of the way you supposed to do business, right? Because if that's how you was treated, think about this, right? Growing up as a kid, most people always say, growing up as a kid, are you going to do the same things that your parents did? And right off the jump, we be like, no, I'm not going to do the same things that my parents did. I'm going to do things differently, and I'm going to do things better than my parents did. And I get that. But however, we do bring over some of those same values. We just adjust them and we make them better, we tweak them, or we get rid of them altogether. And as stylists, when we get out of beauty school, go to working in a salon, we bring over those same values that we were taught from someone else's salon into our salon, and we either keep those same values, we adjust them, we tweak them, or we get rid of them. And that's completely understandable, because that's how we learn. We learn by seeing and we learn by doing. And I get that. However, there are some key points as far as running your salon as a booth renter that you need to have. And these key points is so critical that sometimes we do it, or we have our reasons why we don't want to do it. But I'm here to tell you that you are a business, and as a business, you should operate in a certain manner. Because here's the thing. Down the line, let's say you want to open up another business, and it doesn't even have to be a salon. It could be a different type of business, or another salon, or open up salon suites, or open up a booth rental salon and a commission salon, or a barbershop, or a school, or a nail spa, or whatever it is you want to continue on, or a restaurant, or any of that manner, right? You have to understand business when it comes to opening up businesses and running any type of business. And as a booth rental salon, if you were in a booth rental salon, you bring those same habits with you. So I want to let you know that some of the habits that you had to take part in may not be the best decisions for your business. So let's jump into the 3 things that you must have as a booth rental salon. The first thing that you must have is that you need to understand the personalities that you want in your salon. You need to understand the positions that you have available in your salon. And what do I mean by positions? So, for example, we know that we want to hire stylists, and I get that. But let's say you want to diversify your salon as a booth rental salon and not just have stylists. Let's say you want to have a stylist who specializes in extensions, right? That's all you want that stylist to do. You don't want the stylist to be a full on cosmetologist like yourself. But let's say you want that stylist to be a braider, right? You know you want a stylist, but let's say you want a braider instead. And let's say you want a stylist who is a barber, a female barber. And this is all a part of understanding the positions and the personalities that you want to bring inside of your business, the team that you're building. Even though when it comes to a booth rental type salon, you don't always create that team atmosphere. But if you understand the variety of people that you want in your business, so you can say, yes, I have a salon, I have a braider, I have a braider, I have a weave specialist, I have a female barber in there, I have a nail tech, I have this person, you have this person. You can still be a booth rental salon and have a collective of individuals that do different services. So this is number one and so important when you run a booth rental salon. This is one of the three things that you must have. And many of us don't. We just want to get someone in there and we want to fill the chair. But you have to understand, who do you want to fill this chair? So if you're focusing on this person, you'll begin to see, okay, I need this type of person, because yes, I want to be a booth rental and I don't want to I want people to be able to come and go. I don't really want to micromanage a lot, but I want a collective. I don't want everybody to be a hairstylist. I want the person who specializes in this and this and this and this. So that was number one on the three things that you must have of a booth rental salon, right? So if you haven't already shared this out, go ahead on and hit the share button, share this out. I truly appreciate it. And we're going to move on to number two. Okay, so hit the share button if you shared it out. I truly appreciate it. We're going to jump into number two. And number two is, you need to understand, you need to have your chair prices. So I know you're probably saying, well, I already got a chair price. But where did you pull this price from? Did you pull the price out of thin air? So some formulations that go behind this chair pricing, right? And you can't just pull the prices out of thin air and say, yeah, I'm gonna run with this. It has to make sense. And this all boils down to knowing your numbers, knowing how your business needs to operate, knowing how you want to run a successful business. You can't just keep pulling numbers out of thin air saying, you know what, that's great, that's gonna work, this is how I'm gonna operate. So understanding your chair prices go with understanding your business finances as a whole, and where the income that you would like to make, the profit that you want to make, and that's what your chair prices is based off of. Now, I can't give you the full detail of that because my private clients have the full detail. All the courses on that is inside of the Salon Business Blueprint Club, which you can get to that link from my website, AliciaMonique.com. However, at the Alicia Monique Experience, I am going to be teaching exactly how to create your chair prices if you are a booth rental salon. So I highly recommend that you attend this experience. You're going to get a lot of valuable information from there. When you walk away, you're going to have your new chair prices set for 2021. And you're going to have a strategy on how to begin to implement these prices. So it's extremely important that you attend this experience, right? So I'm telling you that you need to have your chair prices set. This is one of the three things that you must have as a booth rental salon. You must have chair prices, and your chair prices must be based off of your finances, not numbers being pulled out of the thin air, and not what you were being charged from down the street from another salon owner. So make sure you go on over to the AliciaMoniqueExperience.com and Submit your applications today. You want to be at this experience. The amount of information that you're going to have done already when you walk away is going to be astronomical. Trust me. So that is number two. Number two is the chair prices, and your chair prices is so important because a lot of times I work with stylists. I actually work with one stylist, and she was setting her chair prices, and I asked, okay, where did you get these prices from? And the prices was literally based on everyone else in the area and what they charge. And I said, okay, that's noted, but that's not how your price should come about. And her price was set because, let's say, I'm throwing out numbers because I don't remember her exact numbers. So let's say there was a salon in town that was $100 on the low end, and on the high end it was 125. I mean 150, right? Low end 100, high end 150. So she put hers right in the middle at 125. Sounded like a good space to be. And that's what she ran with. And I informed her, like, that's information. That's pocket information for you to use. But however, when it comes to setting your prices, if you're going to go with the low end around town and the high end around town and land in the middle and think that's going to work out well, you're missing a couple pieces to the puzzle when it comes to deciphering and deciding on your final chair price. That was just her. So she's I went through we did a business strategy session, right? We did a business strategy session, and in a business strategy session I broke down how should she create her prices and what her price should end up at. And in all honesty, I want to say I think her price ended up on the higher end based on all of her numbers and based on how she wanted to operate her business. So being landing in the middle, it was not going to get her to where she wanted to be. So she had to raise the prices, and her salon called for it. So that's just one way of, when you pulling the numbers out of the air, it's just not really going to work out well when it comes to creating those prices that you want to create. So another thing too is when you're creating these prices, if you take whatever, let's say, when it comes to setting on the prices, if you say, okay, I want to start off with having somebody have a free moment to give them time to transition and to come in and things like that. Okay, so how long is this period of time, right? How long is this period of time? And what is the final price if you're trying to create like a scale? Because sometimes you want to create this elaborate scale, right? But in doing that, you also have to make sure that that scale makes sense. I hope I'm coming off clear. So you want to start off like free, give a price, raise it, and end up here, right? But during all of this, what's the purpose? What's the plan? And how is it going to affect your salon? Also, are things that you have to consider. So just not just pulling, laying it out and implementing it and doing it and stuff like that, but how is it actually going to lay out for you? And is it going to be beneficial for your business also? Those are things that you have to consider when it comes to your chair prices. So I wanted to explain that because that's so important when you're creating these chair prices. Now, let's jump into number 3, right? Number 3. So number 1 was understand the type of people and the environment that you're creating and the positions that you have. Number 2 was your chair prices. And number 3 is so important that I know so many salon owners do not do number 3. It's a contract. So many salon owners do not do number 3. It's a contract, people. You have to have some type of agreement. Think about it this way. You're in an agreement with that building that you're owning. You're in an agreement with the apartment or the house you're either renting or buying or owning. You're in an agreement all the time. You're in an agreement with your bank. We're in agreements all the time. You're in agreement with a car. And if you like, I don't have no car. Okay, you're in an agreement with the Uber driver when you get in the Uber. You're in an agreement with the bus pass you have. Because when the money run out of the bus pass, that's it. You can't use it no more. When you're in that app looking for an Uber and you get into the car, you're in an agreement that the driver is going to take you to wherever you got to go. You're going to agree to pay this amount. You're going to agree to get out. Like, we do this all the time. We do it all day long. In order to get in your car to get to the store, you're paying for your car. You're in agreement with the car company to pay the car. And if you like, no, because my car is paid off. Okay, well, you're in agreement with the insurance company. Because you need insurance in order to drive the car. You're in some type of legal binding agreement with the registration of the car because you had to register the car. So why can't you have a contract as a booth rental salon? It's just baffling to me that I don't understand that. Like, we want to create this family environment. That's what I hear a lot. We have a family environment going on. Me and my girls we work really close. We get along really well. We're in a small community, and I don't feel the need to have some type of contract. I get it. I get it. I do. However, what if one of them gets sick? What if something happens to one of them where they like, I can't make it into work all of a sudden? People change. So what are you going to do again? So why aren't you in some type of commitment to keep a consistent income flow inside of your business? That's what a contract do. So at the end of every week, there's a payment. Is it on Saturday? Is there a late fee? What are the stipulations? Like, come on now, work with me. But there's usually nothing around that. So your contract is going to help you create the financial stability that you need inside of your salon business. And here's another thing. So not just for booth rentals, because I know we're talking about booth rental salons. I'm going to throw another one in there. The receptionist that you hire should be on some type of agreement also. The assistant that you have, what type of agreement is that? Now, I don't care if you like, I hired a high school student and she only work on Saturdays. Okay, write up a nice little piece of paper and say she's obligated to show up every single Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And this is what you're going to provide her. This is how you're going to pay her. You sign it. And if she's under 18, have her mom sign it. Or if she's 18, have her sign it. Boom. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. Now, I don't know whether you watch any of these judge shows out there, but according to these judge shows, that you can have a binding agreement on a napkin as long as you both signed it. So I need you to get all three of these together in order to operate successfully as a booth rental salon. So let's recap. I'm going to leave the contracts alone because contracts are super important. But once again, if you are at the Immersive Experience, you're going to get what should go inside of your contract right here, right there. You're going to get what goes inside of your contract. You're going to get the clauses and the pieces. And then another thing too. So not even that, because I've decided that for those that attend the Immersive Experience, that you're going to get my book, the Salon Form, that have the contracts in it already. So you'll walk away with those contracts, and all you have to do is fill them out, sign them, and file them away. The work is going to be done for you. That's one bonus that I clearly forgot. That's a part of the gift bag for those that attend this experience. You're going to get all three of my books. You're going to get the Salon Forms books. You're going to get the 6-Step Systems Creating a Six-Figure Salon book, and you're going to get the Purposely Driven New You book. You're going to get all of those books at the experience. So if you're questioning your booth rental salon, you're not quite sure what your chair prices should be, you got to get at this experience over here. And when you leave, you're going to have your chair prices. But guess what? You're also going to know the people that you need to build on your team or in your salon. But not only that, when you leave, because you've just figured out your chair prices, you're going to have all the forms you need, all the contracts you need, and all you got to do is input the numbers in the contract already. When you get back to the salon, you'll have your contracts, you'll have your chair prices, and you'll roll those out whenever the new period come. I'll show you how to roll those out also. Sign your contracts, you file them away. So I highly recommend that you sign up right now to be a part of the Alicia Monique experience. It's gonna be mind blowing. The tools, the information that you're gonna actually do and leave with. Like, I don't even know what else to say. Besides, go to the AliciaMoniqueExperience.com and submit your application today. So if you are a booth rental salon owner, you need to be there, because when you walk away, all of this stuff that you've been fearful, been questioning, not sure how to do, is going to be done for you. When you leave, your next step is to say, here you go, we're going on a crap. And guess what? I'll give you the script also. So you're not going to have to figure out the words and say, well, how do I tell her? Girl, I got you. This is how you're going to say it. This is what you're going to do, and this is how it's going to happen. But see, I can't give all that information away right here, because you got to be right here at this experience in order to get that information. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss it. So go right now. I'm going to wrap this up, because those are the 3 things that you must do as a booth rental salon, so that you can head over right now to the AliciaMoniqueExperience.com and submit your application today. The decisions will be made on November the 30th of the 10 salon owners, aspiring owners, and stylists that will be attending this event. So you need to get your application in as soon as possible. Now, you got work to do. I know you got to go and fill out the application, and you got to head into the salon and things like that. So I need you to go fill out your application right now, jump onto your next client, and have a wonderful day. And until next time, I am your salon stylist coach, product development consultant, Alicia Monique, partnering with you to help you create a solid foundation and structure so that you can become a profitable and scalable beauty business. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon.